Alrighty, welcome everybody to a little Saturday night Valentine's Day basketball matchup between your Eastern Eagles and the Southeastern Panthers of Ross County. A little SVC SOC action tonight. I am the Madman Mike Davis alongside Jimmy Jam over on the stream. I got Big Ben to my right and my brother from another mother, Ruckin' Raj, on the left. Fellas, how are we all doing?
Hey, I'm doing great tonight. I'm ready for some more basketball, and I want to say the Madman Rockin' Raj is together on Valentine's Day.
Oh, jeez. Benji, you talk now. I don't know what to say.
You guys are speechless on this.
I'm feeling pretty good. Just ready to watch some basketball this evening.
How's Jimmy tonight?
I'm great. I am at a loss for words, though, like you said.
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know how to. I will say happy Valentine's Day to my beautiful wife Brandy and my beautiful daughter Branley, who's got a dance tonight. Old Dad's going to be there chaperoning the dance. And I almost got out the bulletproof vest and the AR-15.
I was surprised you
didn't. Going to walk around with my flashlight, with my ruler, 6 inches, the whole game. But yeah, happy Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. What better way to spend it here in the, well, I'm going to call the oven because it's another hot one.
It's warm.
In the Eagles' nest here. We had a great victory last night against Sims Valley, 63-41, and I really wasn't expecting that kind of a blowout game.
I wasn't either.
But, guys, I mean, it just seemed like after the slow start for the Eagles, just like a light switch was flipped, and they just started pouring it on offensively while taking care of business defensively. And not a lot of mistakes for both teams. You know, the rebounds, I think we out-rebounded them because, of course, we've got Big Eric Manley down there in the paint. But the turnovers were low.
Yeah.
It was a pretty evenly matched game, and we held an offensive powerhouse in Sims Valley to only 41 points. So, you know, the Eagles showed up last night to play, and let's hope that momentum carries forward to tonight.
That's what I was just thinking. Hopefully they've got good, strong legs for tonight after playing last night.
Well, I imagine the adrenaline after last night, I mean, everybody was happy, everybody was loose. It was just a good game. That adrenaline's going to carry forward. And you know, the tournament probably is already set.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the RPI rankings are. Maybe Coach Lice will come up after the game and tell us where they are, where they sit, or I'll find it during the game. But, you know, now you want to just keep playing and keep doing what you're doing. But you also have to think of the SOC too. Now, with that loss to Northwest, everybody kind of thought, well, you know, maybe this not in the cards for the Eastern Eagles, but then the Northwest Mohawks fell. They're both 6-2. I'm not sure how Northwest did last night, if they even played. I guess I can go look right now, but I'll actually look on the break. But we're in it, you know, so what better way to bring another gold ball in another sport for 2026?
Man, that would be excellent. And like I said, they just got to play the way they played last night. Keep feeding the ball to number 42, Manly.
Yeah, absolutely. All righty, well, you know what? We got 6 minutes, 55 seconds to game time here on the John Clark Law pregame show. We're going to take a break, and we're going to come back here on the flip side. We're going to preview tonight's matchup. So you're listening to Eastern Eagles basketball on Total Media Sports. Back in a couple minutes.
You love your favorite pro football team. They have a history of being competitive and zealous while maintaining the utmost professionalism. So should your lawyer. John Pearson Clark is an aggressive and zealous attorney that is always looking out for the best interest of his clients while trying to secure a win. He has over 30 years experience and is licensed in all local courts, state of Ohio, federal court, and even the United States Supreme Court. Whether your legal issue is domestic related or a criminal law issue, call John Clark Law Offices today.
Football season is back, and there's no better place to gear up for game day than Sully's in the Valley, right in the heart of Beaver, Ohio. Whether you're fueling up before kickoff or celebrating a big win afterward, Sully's is your go-to spot for delicious food, refreshing drinks, and a family-friendly atmosphere. Tackle your hunger with mouth-watering pizzas, hearty sandwiches, and Perry's ice cream. Make your next game day even better. Swing by Sully's in the Valley, where great food and great fans come together.
Your Hometown Chevy is proud to bring you the hometown games and local coverage for Waverly, Western, Eastern, and Piketon. From classrooms to courts, fields to fairgrounds, we back the hometown heroes that make Southern Ohio shine. Hometown is driven by your success, and that means all-star service and our secret weapon, the Hometown Advantage. Free oil changes for life and a 10-year, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. You're not just buying a vehicle, you're joining a winning team. Visit us in Waverly or start at yourhometownchevy.com.
Meet Jordan Thornsberry with Key Realty, a local realtor who knows our community and cares about helping families find the right home. Whether you're buying your first home or ready to sell, Jordan's here to guide you every step of the way. Call 740-835-1581 today.
Thank you to 8-Bit Buddy on 109 East 2nd Street, Waverly, Ohio for sponsoring the 3-Pointers.
Looking for quality auto parts that you can trust? Well, head to Bobst Auto Parts and Salvage, serving the community since 1978. From hard-to-find used parts to new components, Bobst has everything that you need to keep your ride running right.
Buying or selling? Let Brewster Real Estate and Auction in Waverly guide your next move. Trusted auctions, proven results. Visit brewsterauctions.com for listings and info. Legal challenges? Chase Brown Law provides dedicated, personalized legal services to guide you through. Chase Brown Law, your advocate for justice and peace of mind.
Alrighty, welcome back. We got 3 minutes and 45 seconds to game time. Want to talk about tonight's matchup. We spent a little time talking about the standings, and I went back and looked. It looks like Northwest beat Oak Hill last night, and so that means both teams are now 6-2 in the SOC2. So I guess the worst case, you're looking at a tie.
Yeah.
And best case, we can win it. But we have to take care of business first. We have to go to South Gaia and play down there at their court, which is a long drive, and then we have to go. We're going to play Western here.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's when Western and Eastern meet. Those two games last year were epic battles.
They really was.
I was telling you guys when we were on break. I spent a lot of time this morning kind of reminiscing about the season last year, just kind of looking at different scores and thinking about different games and watching parts of different games. And the two Western and Eastern games were both here and there were just great.
They really was.
So those two, no matter where they are, those two schools always put on a good show. But let's talk about tonight. We're taking on the Southeastern Panthers. Southeastern Panthers over in the SVC. They are 5-8 in the SVC, so they currently sit 5th. But when I look at the SVC and I look at their standings, I really don't care. Like, it doesn't really matter just because of the two powerhouses that are always just running roughshod over everybody else. But last year, I'm looking at we went down to Southeastern, and it was a 60-54 victory by the Eagles. They were pretty tough last year. This year, I think they might be struggling just a bit. But again, sometimes you just never know how it's going to go. You play in a tough league like the SVC. They're 7-13 overall. Like I said, 5-8. Kind of looking at a head-to-head matchup. They average about 43 points per game, and I don't think that these stats reflect last night's game. So we're still at about 52 points per game.
Yeah.
But, you just never know what's going to happen. Looking to see if they have any team leaders. Looks like neither school updates their stats with their team leaders. I will say that we have one common opponent with Southeastern this year. That's with Western, and Western went up to Southeastern to play, and they lost 48-37. Someone else has a headset on. Who's talking tonight?
Liberty Ward.
You're in a better mood tonight, right?
Yes.
Okay, what do you want to tell the folks?
That we are going to win by a lot, and go Eagles.
You mean tonight we're going to win, or Monday you're going to win?
Both.
All right.
Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye. She wasn't real talkative. She wasn't real talkative last night, but she got elbowed in the face at the girls' game. So, all right, well, we're going to go ahead and send it back for another round of breaks while we do the national anthem. We'll be back here on Total Media Sports in a couple minutes for your starting lineups and your opening tip-off. You're listening to Eastern Eagles Back.
Cox Burkett Funeral Home in Beaver offers compassionate, dignified services when you need them most. We provide full burial and cremation options, pre-planning, and personalized memorials, all delivered with genuine care and local support for your family.
Looking to take your business to the next level? Diversion Technology in Piketon, Ohio is your hometown partner for innovative IT solutions, web development, and tech support. Call today or visit diversiontech.com, where local service meets big results. Looking for that old school sweet treat? Come on down to Emma's Frosty Cream in Beaver, Ohio. From soft serve cones to fresh baked pizza, Emma's is the hometown favorite. Emma's Frosty Cream. Visit today and cool down the right way.
Want to upgrade your ride with a cool design? Look no further than Graphic Creations on Beaver Pike. They're the only place in Southern Ohio to get custom car wraps, signs, and more from initial design to the final print. For more information, visit GraphicCreationsOnline.com. Graphic Creations. We wrap it, you rock it.
A special thanks to Henderson's Western Store for sponsoring our ground camera. Your support helps make all of this possible. Thank you, Henderson's.
Thank you to Neil Eist and family for supporting the Eastern Eagles. Need timber services in Southern Ohio? Thornsberry Forest Products in Beaver buys standing timber.
Alrighty, welcome back. Starting lineup for the Southeastern Panthers: number 1, Landon Smith; number 3, Braden Burns; number 4, Gage Cheadle; number 20, Brevin Strasball; and number 50, Seth Smith. Brian Alley is the coach. Like I said, 7-13 overall, 5-8 in the SVC. Got the lights off, except for the ones behind us. Do we expect a different starting lineup tonight? I don't think so. Carson Peters, old Popeye himself. And Boston Webb. Senior wearing 15, Aiden Warner. Senior wearing number 42, Mr. Eric Manley. The big man, Eric Manley. Senior wearing 44, and the hardest working man on the court, number 44, Cade Lice.
Same lineups last night.
Yep. Hey, you got to go with what's working.
Yeah, exactly.
All righty, boys. Are we ready?
Yep. I am ready for some basketball.
It's basketball 30 here at the Eagles' Nest.
Eric Manley wins the tip. Boston Webb, guarded by Gage Cheadle. Eric Manley looking around, now to Cade Lice. Boston Webb driving in, back to Eric. Boston Webb now with it, guarded by Cheadle. Cade Lice sets the screen on Cheadle. Boston drives in, jumper, misses. Cade Lice fights for the rebound, doesn't get it. Number 20, Brevin Strasburg gets it. Eric Manley tips it. Carson Peters gets the rebound. Boston Webb going a little fast down the court. Slows it down for the Eagles. Pass to Carson Peters. Guarded by Bryden Burns. Eric Manley now. Aiden Warner. Guarded by Landon Smith. Eagles passing around, trying to get something going here. Trying to play smart here early. Carson Peters now to Aiden Warner. Aiden Warner thought about the three. He's going to drive in, and it's a little too strong there. Landon Smith comes down with the rebound. Now Gage Cheeto. Gage Cheeto shoots a three, in and out. A hard fall by Bryden Burns.
That was a hard hit.
Yeah, he looks a little shaken up there.
That's going to be on
Big E.
Yep.
Eagle foul number 42, Eric King, his first, team first.
The refs are discussing.
I think it was one of those things. I don't think it was should be like a
no, it wasn't
technical or a
intentional.
flagrant.
Oh, Gage Cheeto.
I don't think anybody was ready for that one.
Nope. It's like Brevin Strasburg with the ball now. Now to Seth Smith, and he misses. Eric Manley with the rebound. Boston Webb going quick down the court, looking around. Eric Manley now past to Aiden Warner. Guarded by Landon Smith. Now to Cade Lice. Guarded by Seth Smith. Cade looking around. Now to Carson Peters. Carson going to drive in. Back to Boston Webb. Thinks about the three, and he steps back. Boston Webb for three.
Count it, neighbors, count it.
Oh my goodness. Boston Webb
gets
for
things
three.
started.
Landon Smith taking it up for the Panthers. Guarded by Aiden Warner. Past to Gage Cheeto. Guarded by Carson Peters. Brevin Strasburg with it. Air ball there.
Good job by Eric just letting it go.
Eric with some good defense there.
A lot of these names sound familiar from last year. Strasball, Cheadle.
Aiden Warner taking it up slowly here for the Eagles. Guarded by Landon Smith. Past to Boston Webb. Back to Warner. Webb says, "Give it to me. I want it again." He's going to drive in. Cade Lice now with it. He's going to drive in on Seth Smith.
Nice move
what a
by Cade.
move. Eric Manley for three.
Count it, neighbors, count it.
Oh my goodness.
That's how we want to start the ball game right
yes,
there.
Yes, it is. Eric Manley from downtown. Landon Smith now with it. He's going to drive it in. Pass it to Bryden Burns. He's going to shoot a three, and he airballs. Eric Manley with another rebound. Aiden Warner driving up the court for the Eagles. Pass to Cade Lice across the court. Back to Eric, top of the key. Aiden Warner's going to slow it down, try to get a play going for the Eagles. Guarded by Landon Smith. Cade Lice now. Boston Webb trying to get open, and he does. Boston Webb for three.
Count it, neighbors, count it. On fire.
He's a fireball.
It is a three-party here early for the Eagles. Landon Smith now, pass to the Gage Cheeto.
It is raining 8-bit buddy threes.
Carson Peters.
And there's a turnover.
There goes Boston Webb. And he slips Aiden Warner.
They're going to get him for travel.
Now that would have been amazing if they didn't call it just a little too much.
Coach Lice seems a little confused there.
Yeah. It's one of those things.
It is one of those things.
9-0 is your score. We got 4:44 to go here in the first.
Landon Smith here going up the court for the Panthers, guarded by Aiden Warner. He's looking around. Bryden Burns now with it, guarded by Boston Webb. Great defense by Boston Webb. He's going to pull up. Jumper. No good. Boston Webb with the rebound. Boston Webb's going to go quick down the court. Sees Aiden Warner. Aiden Warner's going to slow it down a little bit. Boston Webb now with it. Sees Eric down in the paint. Back to Webb. Webb thought about the three.
Gets it down to the big man.
Count it, neighbors, count it.
Big E from Boston Webb on the assist.
11-0 run.
Boston Webb and Eric Manley are going off here early for the Eagles.
A dynamic duo.
It is. Gage Cheeto guarded by Peters. Strasburg.
Strasburg for two.
Gets the Panthers on the board. Aiden Warner walking up the court here for the Eagles, guarded by Smith. Down to Eric Manley. Eric Manley.
Count it, neighbors, count it. And he's going to the line for the old-fashioned three.
All right.
What a start tonight, folks, for the Eastern Eagles.
Brevin Strasball with a foul.
Looks like Landon Brown checked in for Landon Smith for the Southeastern Panthers.
Sorry about my writing there, bub.
That's all right.
I was going to say, what's the holdup?
Oh, they might have. Maybe am I saying Strasburg or Strauss ball? Is
I
it
think it's
wrong?
ball, I think.
And it's good.
There we go. 14-2. 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go here in the first. Bryden Burns with the ball now, guarded by Boston Webb. Boston Webb's going to play that up close defense. Passes it to number 11, Gabe Oates, I believe. Gage Cheadle now with the jumper. No good. Boston Webb with the rebound, and he gets tackled.
It should have been
by Landon Brown.
Should be a foul, number 31. Yes.
Yeah. That looked like a wrestling move right
yes,
there.
Yes, it did.
From the top ropes there.
Yeah. Like an RKO out of nowhere.
Eric Manley inbounding it to Aiden Warner. He's going to walk up slowly here. Coach Lice is going to tell him to just call a play on his own here. Sees Cade Lice down there. Boston with Aiden Warner now is going to drive in. And, ooh. Shot, he looked awkward there, shooting it. Bryden Burns now with it. Taking up the court. Going to get a play going for the Panthers. Boston Webb, great defense. And Boston
Stepped out.
Eagle ball.
Yeah. Boston Webb forces him out of bounds. We got Drake Whittington checking in for Bryden Burns. Sorry if I
think it's Whittington.
Whittington?
Yeah.
Alrighty. Aiden Warner with the ball for the Eagles. Guarded by Gabe Oates. Eric Manley with the screen. Cade Lice with it now. Boston Webb guarded by Cheadle. Cheadle tips it away, and they're fighting for it down there. Brevin Straw's ball gets it, and he passes it out of bounds.
A little too much on that one. Gabe Oates would have had a wide open layup.
Yep.
Good hustle by the Southeastern Panthers defense there to get that ball. I believe you played against old Gage Cheadle on the football field.
I did last year. He's a great athlete. Aiden Warner here. Eric Manley, Cade Lice. Cade's looking around. Drive in. Carson Peters for three.
Ooh. Thought he was going to join the three party.
I did too. Get a chicken salad going early here. Except you got Drake Whittington. Passes to Gage Cheadle. Gage Cheadle to Brevin Straw's ball. He passes it to Landon Brown. Eric Manley swats at it. But it still goes in. Aiden Warner passes to Carson Peter. Carson's looking around. Boston Webb thought about the three. Eric Warner back to Webb. Webb, he keeps thinking about that three. Eric Manley guarded by Brown here. Sees Carson Peters, passes across the court. Back to Boston Webb, guarded by Cheadle. Carson's going to set a screen. Aiden Warner now with it. Gabe Oates playing some aggressive defense on Aiden Warner. Boston Webb now with it.
Got a minute 13 to go here in the first.
Eric Manley gets his own rebound and the putback. Oh, just a little too strong. And he
hits the court again.
Who are they going to call that on?
42, they're calling on Eric.
Man, the crowd just erupted.
Yeah, they didn't like that.
Two people in particular. I can hear him up here.
I guess I'm confused too. Eric, it looks like he got pushed.
Yeah, I think the coach is confused. He's asking what's going on here.
Bryden Burns, it looks like he checked back in. I did not see who for. Guarded by Boston Webb. Gabe Oates with the screen. Pass to Gabe Oates. Aiden Warner.
Nice pick by
tips it away. Cade Lice. He's going quick. Sees Boston Webb in the corner. Boston Webb's going to drive in.
Nice move.
And
I liked how he dished it off. Tried to dish it off. They called a jump ball first.
Yeah.
Got a couple shout outs here. People in the chat. Chris Porter says he's watching from El Paso. And then we got Angela from Cade's great aunt and Coach Lice Grant aunt too. Welcome.
Yo,
Happy Valentine's Day. Everybody watching.
Bryden Burns here. Pass it to Gabe Oates. Gabe Oates guarded by Aiden Warner. And he's going to pass it down. Carson Peter tips it out of bounds. I tell you what, Southeastern does play physical.
Yes, they do.
I think that might just be an SVC thing. It don't matter how much you're down by. They're going to give it their all.
As they should.
Bryden Burns here, guarded by Boston Webb. Boston Webb's playing outstanding defense here in the first quarter. There we go.
Nice.
Dunk. Oh, my. And that's going to be a foul on Bryden Burns. If that kid was 2 steps behind Boston,
yeah, he was going to
slam that thing down.
Braden Burns with a foul. Boston going to the line.
Oh, is it Braden?
Yeah, sorry, dude.
I've been saying Bryden.
It's Braden.
My apologies.
Real hard.
CP coming out. Looks like Eli Schaefer checking in.
And Hayden Rhinesmith checking in too.
Yeah, he looks like he came in for Eric.
Second
Missed
good,
both
good.
of them.
Drake Whittington with the rebound. Gives it to Braden Burns.
We got about 10 seconds here.
Boston, he's not going to let him have no last second shot. Gabe Oates with it. Gives it to Whittington. Whittington guarded by Ryan Smith.
Shooter.
They're telling him to shoot it. And they ain't going to shoot it.
They just miss it. Alrighty, so after one, the Eastern Eagles 14, the Southeastern Panthers 4. You're listening to Eastern Eagles basketball on Total Media Sports.
At Ryle, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's...
At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success. And we can't wait to be a part of your story.
At Ryle, we believe your education...
And now, a special thanks to Top Tier Customs for sponsoring our instant replay.
You love your favorite pro football team. They have a history of being competitive and zealous while maintaining the utmost professionalism. So should your lawyer. John Pearson Clark is an aggressive and zealous attorney that is always looking out for the best interest of his clients while trying to secure a win. He has over 30 years experience and is licensed in all local courts, state of Ohio, federal court, and even the United States Supreme Court. Whether your legal issue is domestic related or a criminal law issue, call John Clark Law Offices today.
All right, we're coming now.
Okay, we are back as we start the second quarter.
Boston Webb here. Pass to Hayden Rhinesmith to Schaefer. Aiden Warner, Gabe Oates playing an aggressive defense on Aiden Warner. And, almost an and one right there for Aiden Warner. He seemed a little frustrated he didn't get that bucket.
I think that's Gabe Oates was the foul?
I believe so. Yep, his first. Aiden Warner inbounds to Cade Lice. Eli Schaefer now with it. Boston Webb for three.
And
count it, neighbors, count it.
Boston Webb in the corner for three.
That's
Boom.
3 for him.
Goes the Dynamite.
He is on fire here in this first half. Cade Lice tips it out of bounds. Great defense by the big fella down in the paint. There's a little height difference too. Cade Lice and Landon Brown. Doesn't matter though, Cade Lice. We got Davis Wireman now with the ball. Passes to Braden Burns, guarded by Aiden Warner.
Look at Eastern in their defense, guys.
Yeah.
It's crazy good.
Aiden Warner playing great defense. It looks like he got smacked in the face there.
The officials are letting them play.
That was a tough basket there by Braden Burns.
He muscled right in there and got
He
it.
did. Aiden Warner.
Got a whistle.
Looks like on number 2. Davis Wireman. This first. Aiden Warner's at the line for the Eagles.
17-6 is your score.
First one
Count.
good.
Second one counted. 19-6, Eagles on top.
Braden Burns walking up the court here for the Panthers. Pass to Gage Cheeto, guarded by Eli Schaefer. Little jumper, and it's good.
Good shot by Gage Cheeto there. They can't let him get hot.
Nope. Aiden Warner walking up the court here for the Eagles. Pass to Boston Webb. Boston Webb's going to take control here. Boston Webb from deep. Oh,
just off the mark.
That would have gotten the crowd on their feet. Eli Schaefer, great hustle by that young fella trying to get the ball, but it just goes out of bounds and it'll be Panthers ball. Braden Burns walking up the floor for the Panthers.
There you go, carrying the ball. I was wondering if they was going to call that.
That's one of those, you see it sometimes, and sometimes you don't. So that's a hard one.
Ryan Smith going to inbound to Aiden Warner. Trying to get a play going here for the Eagles. Boston Webb with it, guarded by Cheeto. Webb, he's going to drive in, carry it out. Aiden Warner for three.
Open.
Count it, neighbors, count it.
Oh my goodness.
It's raining threes.
It is raining threes.
3-point show tonight, folks.
22-8. Warner gets called for the foul there.
Looks like we got Brevin Straw's ball and Landon Smith checking in for Landon Brown and Davis Wireman. Gage Cheeto passes it in to Landon Smith. Back to Straw's ball. Guarded by Lice. Back to Smith, top of the key. Passes over to Burns. Burns looking around. Not much to do when Boston Webb's playing that aggressive defense in your face. Hayden Ryan Smith guarding Drake Whittington. Smith guarded by Warner here. Burns with it. Pass it around. Straw's ball now with it. Pump fakes. Cade Lies playing good defense. Eli Schaefer on Cheeto, and they pass it away. And it's going to be
over and
back. Eagles ball. Aiden Warner's going to inbound the ball here for the Eagles. Inbounds it to Cade Lice. Guarded by Straw's ball. Passes it over to Schaefer. Guarded by Whittington. Webb now with it, looking around. Warner, he's going to drive in. And
in and out.
I thought he was going to get that one.
Man.
He carried that basketball like a football through there, through all that traffic.
He jumped up, too. He knew that should have went in. Smith with it now. Gets it to Cheeto, guarded by Schaefer. Schaefer is introducing himself with that great defense, and he's going to get the charge.
I know one of them was going to get the whistle called on him.
Yeah, they're both playing scrappy.
Yes, they are.
That'll be Gage Cheeto's first.
Carson Peters, as we all know, that's chicken salad and Popeye, checking in for Cade Lice. Aiden Warner now with it, guarded by Smith, over to Schaefer. Schaefer to Ryan Smith. Webb with it now, guarded by Cheeto. Eli Schaefer for three. Oh,
nice save by Ryan Smith.
What a play by
that was a great
That
hustle.
was great hustle by Hayden Ryan Smith to bounce it off the Southeastern player out of bounds.
That is great basketball IQ right there. Aiden Warner will inbound the ball for the Eagles. The Boston Webb. Gage Cheeto got a hand on it. He's going to come up the court quick. Guarded by Schaefer. They are
nice
playing
move by Cheeto.
They are playing aggressive. Eli Schaefer
20.
and Gage Cheeto.
He got the foul before he shot. Otherwise, it would have been an and one.
Whittington now with it, guarded by Ryan Smith. Over to Straw's ball. Over back to Cheadle. Burns with it now in the corner. Straw's ball. He's going to drive in. Jumper. No good. Whittington, and he tried to do what Ryan Smith did, but it did not succeed well for him. Boston loses control of the ball. Hayden Ryan Smith trying to put pressure. He's going to run back. Burns, he's coming up quick down the court. He's going to drive it in. Back out to Smith. Boston Webb got a hand on it. Over to Cheadle. Cheadle for three, and no good. And that's going to be a foul. Boston Webb.
So I got the RPI rankings pulled up, guys. Coach Leist was right. They moved up into the 5th position. So Peebles is number 1, Valley number 2, Portsmouth West number 3, Huntington Ross number 4.
Really?
And number 5, Eastern.
Straw's ball now with it looking around. Carson off Carson Peters' foot there. Cheadle in. Straw's ball.
Nice block out.
Aiden Warner picking up the pace here, slowing it down now for the Eagles. Schaefer now. 22-8. About 3 minutes to go here in the second. Boston Webb with it back to Warner. Warner will drive it in.
Nice. Oh, man.
That would have been a shot. Smith is going quick. The Straw's ball. In for
Evan
2.
Straw's ball.
Aiden Warner now with it. He's going to take it up. Ryan Smith's going to thought about it. Warner for 3. Oh, just the front of the rim. You're going to get Carson Peters there. Looks like for a foul. A little late call there.
Southeastern, they're starting to get comfortable with the game now.
Yep.
Well, you know, I was thinking about that. Like, Southeastern is one of those teams, it's kind of, they're scrappy, I think, and they're like, I don't know how I'm not trying to be mean, but like you don't, when you're over in the SVC, everybody focuses on Unioda and St. Trace, right? And but some of the other schools, the smaller schools, that they're good. They just play in a tough league.
Yeah. Smith, he's coming down quick.
And he carried the ball. There you go. They got him.
He was quick, but man, I see a lot of talent here on Southeastern.
I do too. I think
they're sneaky good.
They are. They're just struggling to buy a shot here. I think that's their main problem.
Well, I think the Eagle defense is just
outstanding.
Has just really started to gel.
Yes. It's been good all season, but I feel like it's been better.
Cade Lice.
Oh, in and out. Cade don't seem too happy about that. He's probably like, how in the world did that go in and out?
I don't know if you guys noticed, though, or not. Every game, it seems like the Eagles have trouble on that side of the court.
Yeah. I think last night was the only night they didn't.
No, you're right. Well, I mean, they're doing pretty good here on that side.
Yeah.
That was Gabe Oates.
Gabe Oates with a nice floater there for the Panthers. 22-12 now. 1:50 to go here in the second. Eastern Eagles are up.
Roger, you talked about it. They are getting comfortable.
They are. Cade Lice with it. Oh, and he passes it. Oh, what a save by Warner. Boston Webb with the jumper. No good. Carson Peters tips it out. Aiden Warner gets it. He's going to slow it down.
Yeah, slow it down.
The Eagles are kind of rushing things here, and they need to slow things down a little bit. They got the lead.
Well, Warner, you can kind of see that Southeastern has really become more aggressive on defense, trying to force that. Nice move.
What a move. What a move.
Wow. Hayden Burns.
And he'll go to the line for the old-fashioned 3.
I don't really think Southeastern, like, their threes are going good for them, but the jumpers and the floaters, I think that's probably what they're the best at, because we've seen it, and it's pretty nice.
That move by that young man, I mean, he went through traffic. Nice spin moves, some behind-the-back dribbles, and just right in. And was able to draw the foul.
Straw's ball.
And he gets it back.
Gage Cheadle for three. And
can
no
get him.
good. And
Wow.
Oh, man.
Okay,
Brevin
right there.
Strauss ball right out of nowhere for the easy putback.
Eagles got to put a stop to that. They just stood there underneath, watched him just come right on in.
22-16 now. Southeastern is starting to come alive here at the end of the second quarter. Boston Webb passes it out. They're going to get him for a travel. If I'm the Eagles, maybe call a timeout before halftime, calm them down a little bit.
There's 47 seconds.
That is true.
I'd just let them play it.
Get them in the locker room and say, all right, guys, you come out firing on all cylinders, and now it's time to relax and just play your game.
Yes.
Keep them uncomfortable.
Burns here across the court to Smith. Smith guarded by Warner. Strauss ball, Gage Cheadle, guarded by Schaefer. Burns for three. Oh, and no good. Cade Lice. There he goes. Big fella, and Burns
bounce
with
pass
the
was
steal.
picked.
Schaefer.
Turnover.
The Boston Webb with the juke. Boston Webb's going to go in, and foul call.
Going to the line to shoot two is Boston.
Might be on Cheadle. It'll be his second. First one good.
Good for Boss.
Davis Wireman checking in for Gage Cheadle. Second one, no good. And
last touch by Cade.
Blue ball.
9 seconds to go here. Southeast going to try to get a last shot here before halftime. Burns.
I figured they were going to go for a three there. But the rebound and the putback, still no good. All righty, so after two, the Eastern Eagles 23, but the Southeastern Panthers are chipping away. They have 16. You are listening to Eastern Eagles basketball. We'll be back here with a halftime.
Football season is back, and there's no better place to gear up for game day than Sully's in the Valley, right in the heart of Beaver, Ohio. Whether you're fueling up before kickoff or celebrating a big win afterward, Sully's is your go-to spot for delicious food, refreshing drinks, and a family-friendly atmosphere. Tackle your hunger with mouth-watering pizzas, hearty sandwiches, and Perry's ice cream. Make your next game day even better. Swing by Sully's in the Valley, where great food and great fans come together.
Your Hometown Chevy is proud to bring you the hometown games and local coverage for Waverly, Western, Eastern, and Piketon. From classrooms to courts, fields to fairgrounds, we back the hometown heroes that make Southern Ohio shine. Hometown is driven by your success, and that means all-star service and our secret weapon, the Hometown Advantage. Free oil changes for life and a 10-year, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. You're not just buying a vehicle, you're joining a winning team. Visit us in Waverly or start at yourhometownchevy.com.
Meet Jordan Thornsberry with Key Realty, a local realtor who knows our community and cares about helping families find the right home. Whether you're buying your first home or ready to sell, Jordan's here to guide you every step of the way. Call 740-835-1581 today.
Thank you to 8-Bit Buddy on 109 East 2nd Street, Waverly, Ohio for sponsoring the 3-Pointers.
Looking for quality auto parts that you can trust? Well, head to Bobst Auto Parts and Salvage, serving the community since 1978. From hard-to-find used parts to new components, Bobst has everything that you need to keep your ride running right.
Buying or selling? Let Brewster Real Estate and Auction in Waverly guide your next move. Trusted auctions, proven results. Visit brewsterauctions.com for listings and info. Legal challenges? Chase Brown Law provides dedicated, personalized legal services to guide you through. Chase Brown Law, your advocate for justice and peace of mind.
Cox Burkett Funeral Home in Beaver offers compassionate, dignified services when you need them most. We provide full burial and cremation options, pre-planning, and personalized memorials, all delivered with genuine care and local support for your family.
Looking to take your business to the next level? Diversion Technology in Piketon, Ohio is your hometown partner for innovative IT solutions, web development, and tech support. Call today or visit diversiontech.com, where local service meets big results. Looking for that old school sweet treat? Come on down to Emma's Frosty Cream in Beaver, Ohio. From soft serve cones to fresh baked pizza, Emma's is the hometown favorite. Emma's Frosty Cream. Visit today and cool down the right way.
Want to upgrade your ride with a cool design? Look no further than Graphic Creations on Beaver Pike. They're the only place in Southern Ohio to get custom car wraps, signs, and more from initial design to the final print. For more information, visit GraphicCreationsOnline.com. Graphic Creations. We wrap it, you rock it.
A special thanks to Henderson's Western Store for sponsoring our ground camera. Your support helps make all of this possible. Thank you, Henderson's.
Thank you to Neil Eist and family for supporting the Eastern Eagles.
Alrighty, welcome back. 6 minutes to go here at halftime. We got a little shoot-a-thon going on. I think benefit the junior high basketball team. Got a junior high dance later this evening that I'm going to be at. Let's talk about our halftime stats here. The Eagles 23-16 for the visiting Southeastern Panthers. Braden Burns, number 3, has got 4. Number 4, Gage Cheadle has 2. Gabe Oates has 2. Brevin Strasbaugh leads the way with 6. And Landon Brown has 2. That makes 16. For your Eastern Eagles, we got 3 players who have done all the scoring so far. Aiden Warner has 5. Eric Manley has 8. And leading the way, Boston Webb has 10. He was putting on a three-point clinic there in the first quarter, guys. Maybe things have slowed down just a bit offensively, but, I mean, you know, he's got 3 threes so far. I wonder how many he can get tonight.
Yeah.
Your quarter-by-quarter breakdown so far, we came out firing again, 14 points, and our defense really stepped it up. Southeastern Panthers only scored 4 in the first quarter. Now, Southeastern actually outscored us 12-9 in that second. So, like you said, Ruck and Raj, they're starting to get comfortable.
Yeah, they
they're
were getting comfortable,
starting to get in their groove, and I think they're sneaky good. So, you know, we can you just never know what's going to happen. What do you got for us on the stat side, Ruck and Raj?
For the Eagles, rebounds, 8 rebounds, 2-point field goals, 2. 3-point field goals, 5. Free throws, they made 4. Turnovers, only 6 turnovers in the first half. That's a little much, but still that's great.
Absolutely.
Rebounds for Southeastern, 11 rebounds, 2-point field goals, 8. And turnovers, 14 turnovers to ours, 6. And the rebounds are about the same. They've got 11 and we've got 8.
It looks like our defense is really forcing a lot of those turnovers, especially in that first quarter. So, we're really capitalizing on those mistakes and those turnovers.
Yeah.
So, and then looks, the rebounds, they're getting us on the rebounds, but still pretty even. And Manley got in foul trouble, so you pull your big man, your 6'7" guy out because he's in foul trouble, and the rebounds might go down just a bit. But still, nonetheless, the Eagles are doing a great job.
Yes, they are. And like you said, Manley went out, and they've got 3 more rebounds than us. So I think we're doing great.
Doing great, yeah. Jimmy, you got some Austin Heating and Cooling top-tier custom highlights for us. Take it away, buddy.
All right, I'll start out in the first quarter. Of course, the Eagles got off to a hot shooting display. And Strasbaugh with the pass inside to Brown for 2.
You are playing him, aren't you?
Yeah.
4-3. Count it, neighbors, count.
Now, Boston Webb trying to get open, and he does. Boston Webb for 3.
Count it, neighbors, count it.
Back to Webb. Webb thought about the 3.
Gets it down to the big man.
Count it, neighbors, count.
The court here for the Eagles, guarded by Smith. Down to Eric Manley. Eric Manley.
Count, neighbors, count.
To the Brevin Strauss ball. He passes it to Landon Brown. Eric Manley swats at it. Boston Webb with the jumper. No good. Carson Peters tips it out. Aiden Warner gets it. Well, it's only not they didn't.
No, yeah, you're right. Well, I mean, they're doing pretty good here on that side.
Yeah.
That was Gabe Oates.
Gabe Oates with the big fella, and Burns with the steal. Schaefer. The Boston Webb with the juke. Boston Webb's going to go in, and foul call.
Going to the line to shot. Thank you, Jimmy, and thanks to Top Tier Customs and Austin Heating and Cooling. And let me tell you, if you have any heating and cooling needs, you call Corey Austin. He will take care of you guys.
Absolutely.
I mean, over the top, goes above and beyond.
Yes,
Austin
he does.
Heating and Cooling will take care of you. All right, we got a minute 45. We're going to go ahead and take our last break. We'll be back here on Eastern Eagles Sports Network here for the
Need timber services in Southern Ohio? Thornsberry Forest Products in Beaver buys standing timber and timberland, plus offers custom sawing, firewood, and expert tree service. Call 740-222-0070 today.
At Ryle, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success, and we can't wait to be a part of your story.
And now, a special thanks to Top Tier Customs for sponsoring our instant replay.
2 seconds.
Alrighty, welcome back. We are ready to rock and roll here for the second half. I see lots of people filing in. I saw my beautiful daughter come in her dress, and I had to give the eyeball to her boyfriend, Ivory. I'll be watching them.
Hey, you better keep a really close eye.
Oh, let me tell you, when they were at the house for the Super Bowl party, I didn't take my eye off them. I sat right beside them.
And I'm sure the madman, that's like me when my girls were young. I sit right there between them on the couch.
Yep.
Oh, that's funny.
Army couldn't hold me back.
All right, Jimmy getting into it here with the little Seven Nation Army by the White Stripes. It'll be Southeastern.
It's a good song.
It is. Start us off, Benji. It's all yours, buddy.
Alrighty. Landon Smith here with the ball, guarded by Aiden Warner. Pass down to Straw's ball, guarded by Leist. He's looking around. Brown now with it. Eric Manley's back in the game. Cheeto. Carson Peters with the block, it looks like. Boston Webb.
He got his hand on it.
Boston Webb guarded by Cheeto. He's going to pass off to Aiden Warner here. Carson Peters coming up. Gets the ball. Boston Webb's going to drive in. Back to Peters. Top of the key here. Leist down in the corner. He's looking around. Telling Boston to come. Boston Webb. What a pass to Aiden Warner. Oh, and he got fouled.
That would have been a good look pass there to Cade Leist. Braden Burns, that'll be his second.
Cade Leist, pump fake, he's going to drive around. Aiden Warner thought about the three, he's going to drive in. Aiden Warner, there we go!
Neighbors count it.
Aiden Warner for two. Like to start to see him pick up the pace a little bit here. He was struggling, not getting the shots that we usually see him get in the first half. Cheeto passes off to Smith. Smith looking around, guarded by Warner, down to Brown in the paint. Eric Manley putting some hard pressure on Brown. Straw's ball, top of the key, guarded by Leist. And...
oh, man, I thought that was going in. That was a nice shot. Nice fadeaway.
You just got to close your eyes and throw it up when Eric Manley's...
yeah.
When his hand's in your face. Aiden now with it, pass to Eric Manley. Down there in the post. Back to Warner. Warner thought about the three. He's going to drive around. Carson Peters thought about the three. Cade Lice going to drive in. Cade Lice. There we go.
Neighbors count it. Nice drive by Cade.
He's the hardest working man out there, let me tell you.
He is. With a busted up lip, too. Smith, guarded by Warner. Cheeto now in the corner. Three for Cheeto. No
Just
good.
off the mark.
And that's going to be...
Should be on 31.
Yes,
over the back.
So.
Yep, 31.
That'll be Landon's third. We thought it was on Burns, but it was on 31, so he has 3. Burns only has 1. 27-16.
Aiden Warner walking up the court, guarded by Smith. He's going to drive it in for himself. There we go.
Neighbors counting.
Aiden Warner is starting to get hot here early in the second half. Smith coming up the court for the Panthers. He's looking around, trying to get someone to get open. Passes off to Cheeto, guarded by Peters, draws ball, and he just threw a pick right to Eric Manley. Aiden Warner, he's driving down the court. He's thinking about the three, passes off to Eric Manley, thought about the three as well. Warner, he's going to slow it down for the Eagles. Go back up to the top of the Eagle. It looks like they're going to get Landon Smith for a foul there. Pushing.
That'll be his first.
Looks like Gabe Oates is checking in for Landon Smith for the Southeastern Panthers. Webb inbounding. Inbounded to Eric Manley. Eric to Carson Peters. Carson Peters looking around, back to Manley. Warner now with it. Eric with the screen. Warner's going to drive in and lost control of the ball.
I tell you, Aiden just always impresses me the way he can weave in and out of traffic like that. You usually don't see that. Nice trap there by the Eagles.
Got to get back. Brown with it, and
nice
good. Landon Brown for 2 to get Southeastern on the board here in the second half. Warner walking up slowly.
Southeastern did a good job there on that possession.
Yes, they did.
Raking that press.
Boston Webb. Back to Warner. Warner looking around. Peters now with it. Boston Webb. He wants a three. There we go. Neighbors count. Boston Webb from downtown.
12 points from behind the arc tonight. So 13 altogether. 32-18 is your score.
Straw's ball, passes it to Burns. Burns with a jumper, and he's going to get a foul from Boston Webb. And that is Boston's third. Second? Okay.
Yep. So Burns going to the line to shoot 2.
Got a pair of Panthers checking in. Davis Wireman and Drake Whittington coming in for Landon Brown and Gage Cheeto. No good. Manley with the rebound. Warner going to walk up the court slowly here for the Eagles. Guarded by Oates. Carson Peters now with it. Manley. Manley for 3.
Oh, just off the mark.
Man.
It's a good looking shot though.
It was. Whittington. And they're going to get called for a travel there.
Let him a little too much on that throw.
Yep. It was a good play, though. Good catch by Whittington there, but just a little too many steps. Austin Webb now with it, coming up the court for the Eagles. Boston to Aiden Warner. Warner looking around, now to Cade Lice. Cade Lice. Now to Manley. To Warner. Warner's going to drive in, and
no good.
No good. Whittington with a tough rebound there. Passes it off to Burns. Burns going to come up the court here for the Panthers. Passes it to Straw's ball. He's looking around, guarded by Lice. Looks like there's going to be a foul called on Cade Lice.
44 what, yeah.
Is that his second?
His first.
His first. Burns with it, guarded by Webb. Webb's been playing outstanding defense all night. Passes it off to Oates. Oates guarded by Peters. Wireman now with it, guarded by Warner. Back to Straw's ball. He's going to take a deep three with Cade Lice's hand all in his face. Carson Peters with the rebound. Aiden Warner, here he comes, fast pace. Cade Lice going to weave in there. Back to Boston Webb. Thought about the three. He's going to drive in for himself and loses control and gets the foul called.
Going to the line to shoot two.
The foul will be on number 2, Davis Wireman.
That'll be his second.
His second. First one good. Second one good. Looks like we got a timeout here by the Eagles.
It's a full. We'll take it with them. 34-18 is your score. You're listening to Eastern Eagles basketball on
You love your favorite pro football team. They have a history of being competitive and zealous while maintaining the utmost professionalism. So should your lawyer. John Pearson Clark is an aggressive and zealous attorney that is always looking out for the best interest of his clients while trying to secure a win. He has over 30 years experience and is licensed in all local courts, state of Ohio, federal court, and even the United States Supreme Court. Whether your legal issue is domestic related or a criminal law issue, call John Clark Law Offices today.
Meet Jordan Thornsberry with Key Realty, a local realtor who knows our community and cares about helping families find the right home. Whether you're buying your first home or ready to sell, Jordan's here to guide you every step of the way. Call 740-835-1581 today.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Alrighty, welcome back. 3 minutes to go here in the third. 34-18 is your score. Eagles over the Southeastern Panthers thus far, but there's still plenty of basketball left to play. Coach Lice on that full timeout. We've already scored 11 here in the third. And Southeastern's only scored 2.
Yeah.
Burns here. Looks like the Eagles are in a press here. Passes off to Oates. Oates across the court to Whittington. Whittington guarded by Lice to Oates. He's looking around. And he just puts a little too much sauce there. Throws it out of bounds.
Good court awareness by Manley to just get out of the way.
Yep. It's a good eye. Warner walking up the court. The Webb. Webb's looking around. Cade Lice. Cade Lice thought about the three. He's going to drive it in. Back out Boston. Webb for a three. Ooh! Close. Carson Peters with the rebound. Aiden Warner thought about the three. He's going to drive it in.
Nice
back to Boston
pass.
Webb.
Count it, neighbors, count it.
Boston Webb. 17 points this evening for that young man.
Great assist there by Aiden Warner. What a move.
Oates with it. Now to Wireman, guarded by Warner. Nice little jumper, but no good. Looks like we got Eli Schaefer checking in for Cade Lice. Hayden Ryan-Smith coming in for Boston. We got Gage Cheadle checking in for Gabe Oates for the Panthers.
I believe this is the first break Boston's got all night.
I believe so.
Yeah.
Ryan Smith, good defense there on Straw's ball. Carson Peters with the rebound. Warner walking up the court slowly here for the Eagles. He's going to pick it up a little bit. Sees it wide open. Ryan Smith thought about the three. He's going to... Ooh.
I thought he was going to pull up.
I thought he was too. Hayden Ryan Smith, he's good with his three-pointers. Eric Manley down on the post. He's going to back down and...
Oh, got his pocket picked.
Stolen by Drake Whittington.
Someone called the police.
Burns with it. He's going to take it in. Back out to Straw's ball, guarded by Peters. Whittington for three. In and out.
In and out.
Carson Peters with the rebound. The Manley, the Warner, to Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith for three.
And
just around the rim. Burns with the rebound. He's going fast. Pays Carson Peters.
Good job by Carson Peters to break that up. Even though it was off his hands, he still broke up that play.
Yes.
Southeastern looks to starting to pick up the pace.
Seth Smith checking in for Brevin Straw's ball. Is Seth Smith in foul trouble?
Oh, no.
He started off the game.
He has no fouls.
And I think he was trying to pass the ball there, but just hit under the rim. Warner to Peters. Peters to Schaefer. Schaefer to Ryan Smith. He's looking around. Back to Warner, top of the key. Schaefer now with it. Peters in the corner. Peters looking around. Warner thought about the three. He's going to drive it in. And a foul's going to be called on
either 3 or 4.
Number 4. Gage Cheadle.
That should, no, that won't.
The Eagles are now in the bonus.
That should send him to the line.
Yeah.
I didn't know anybody could be so loud just walking up bleachers.
First one.
Oh! Got that old roll outside. Just rolled around the rim and out.
Aiden Warner still all smiles on his face, though. Second one. Good. Cheadle passes it to Burns. Burns is going to jog up the court here for the Panthers. Try to get rolling here in the second half for the Panthers. They've only scored 2 points here in the second half. Burns with a nice shot, but just no good. Eric Manley with the rebound. Warner now with it. Coach Lice is telling them one. I'm going to guess that means one
Last shot, yeah.
Ryan Smith now with it. The Peters in the corner.
That's the play.
Peters. And
nice move.
Ryan Smith's going to take it back out, and he got hit hard down there.
Cheadle, nice moves from him. Gets his own rebound.
Eric Manley with the block. Holy moly. Big fella down there in the paint.
So no foul.
Nope.
They're
waving it off. All right, so after 3, the Eastern Eagles 37, the Southeastern Panthers 18. You're listening to Eastern Eagles Back.
Thank you to 8-Bit Buddy on 109 East 2nd Street, Waverly, Ohio for sponsoring the 3-Pointers.
Looking for quality auto parts that you can trust? Well, head to Bobst Auto Parts and Salvage, serving the community since 1978. From hard-to-find used parts to new components, Bobst has everything that you need to keep your ride running right.
Buying or selling? Let Brewster Real Estate and Auction in Waverly guide your next move. Trusted auctions, proven results. Visit brewsterauctions.com for listings and info. Legal challenges? Chase Brown Law provides dedicated, personalized legal services to guide you through. Chase Brown Law, your advocate for justice and peace of mind.
All righty, welcome back. Got the Sweet Caroline going, Rockin' Raj's favorite tune. Ferguson was pointing it out to us. He's going there and telling Harvey, make sure that's Rockin' Raj's favorite. That's what he's doing. Yeah, I knew it.
Oh, that was bad. That was bad.
Aiden Warner now with it, pass to Eric Manley. He's looking around across the court to Ryan Smith. He thought about the three, drives in, drives back out to Manley, top of the key. Warner going to slow it down just a little bit here for the Eagles. Ryan Smith now with it to Peters over here in the corner. Guarded by Burns and Davis Wireman. Carson Peters.
There it goes.
10 Neighbors counted. That's a chicken salad.
That's the first bucket for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yep. It's all right. We'll take it. 40-18.
No, he's been quiet scoring this evening, but he has been getting a lot of rebounds for the Eagles. Davis Wireman and he got it.
He got the bounce.
40-20 here to start the fourth quarter. Hayden Warner guarded by Gage Cheadle. Passes off to Schaefer. Schaefer to Ryan Smith. Looking around. Back to Warner here. Eric Manley sets the screen. Warner for three. Oh, just a little too
Look
much.
at Schaefer coming in out of nowhere for that rebound.
Yeah, slow it down, guys.
Eric, he's wanting the ball. I think Eric might want a three. Ryan Smith, he's got it now. Back to Schaefer. Schaefer looking around, guarded by Wireman. Ryan Smith, Whittington.
Wide open.
Nice pass.
Oh, count it, Neighbors, count it. And Manley will go to the line for the old-fashioned three.
Man, what a pass by Hayden Ryan Smith right there. You know, we all thought
he gave up a basket because he was wide open underneath, and he threw it off to Manley.
I thought he was going to reverse and throw it up in there, but he bounced past right to Eric. I thought it was
nice play, yeah.
It's a team player.
Yep.
And he gets it.
That's what, 11 now for Eric? Trey Kelly coming in for Carson Peters, Boston
11.
Webb for Aiden Warner.
Just let's see Eric get a dunk, man.
Yes. Or Boston.
Yeah, you've been wanting one of those.
I know. They said the other night at Oak Hill he had a fast break and he almost dunked it but missed it, but he got it back and just put it up for two, so. Strong
wide
ball,
open.
wide
And he
open,
missed it.
Whittington with the rebound. Ryan Smith smacks it out of his hands. Trey Kelly looking around. Boston Webb. Pass it to Schaefer. Schaefer. Ryan Smith thought about the three. He's going to drive in.
Nice move
What
by
a
Ryan
There we
Smith.
go.
Wow,
Neighbors counter.
Hayden Ryan Smith. He is
Nice move.
putting on some nasty moves here in the fourth quarter.
Putting on a clinic.
He is. Wireman guarded by Schaefer.
And they're going to get number 20.
That's Schaefer's second foul, I believe, right?
Yes, it is. I think it's those freshman mistakes that they make.
Yeah, Cade Ly's going to check in for Eric Manley. Well deserved.
I think Declan Davis has the record for most fouls in a season for Piketon when he was a freshman.
Gage Cheadle now with it, guarded by Trey Kelly, going to shoot a three and no good. Whittington with the
He
rebound.
stepped out.
No,
they got to call a foul.
Ryan Smith.
That'll be his first.
Burns now with it. Wireman in the corner, guarded by Schaefer. Eli Schaefer tips it out of bounds. I tell you what, that freshman, he is just. Whew. His defense is almost perfect, I'd say. And he's still
Just got to get the fouls under control.
Yep.
He will.
Yes. Gage Cheadle's going to take it in,
A
and
hard foul.
it looks like they're going to get Schaefer again, maybe?
Maybe TK.
Yep, they're going to get Trey Kelly.
That's going to send Gage Cheadle to the line to shoot two.
First one's good.
First free throw of the night.
Is that the first time they've been to the line, or is it the first one they've made?
First one they've made.
Okay.
And the second one is no good. Kate Lice with the rebound. Boston Webb throws it down court to Ryan Smith. Ryan Smith.
What a move.
What another move. Oh, just put a little too much
That was a good look, though, to Trey Kelly.
Yeah, it sure was.
Hey, you got the shout out from old Harvey down there, Benji.
Gage Cheadle jogging up the court here for the Panthers. Try to get something going here for the Panthers. They are struggling here in the second half. Burns stumbling around down there from that defense from Boston Webb. Boston Webb with the steal, and he falls. And Eli Schaefer, he's diving
for
in
the
on
ball.
it.
It's getting exciting down there.
Burns passes to Straw's ball. He's going to do a fadeaway, misses. Webb with the rebound. He's going quick. He's going to slow it down a little bit, as he should. Ryan Smith now. The K-Lights. K-Lights thought about the three. Boston Webb.
Got him for travel.
That was made the three, too. That would have got me hyped up. Nick Hodge.
Checking in for Boss.
What a great game from Boston Webb tonight. Gage Cheadle now with it. Passes it to Wireman. Guarded by Hodge. Wireman with the jumper. No good. Straw's ball with the rebound. Puts it back up and good. 45-23 here. About 4 minutes left to go here in the fourth. Hodge now with it.
Boston should finish the night there with 17 unless he comes back in.
Schaefer now with it. Screen from Ryan Smith. Schaefer for three. No good. Trey Kelly. Holy cow.
Jump ball.
I would not get in Trey Kelly's way. He is a freak athlete, ladies and gentlemen.
Comes a whole new team in for Southeastern.
Braylon Beekman checking. Oh, is he going to check in? Nope. He's going to be checking in soon, looks like.
Now, there are some kids I don't have on their roster for Southeastern, so I'm sorry about that. Number 12 specifically.
Number 1, we have him, Landon Smith with the ball. Passes it to number 12. We do not have his name. Gabe Oates, guarded by Trey Kelly. Back over to Smith. Brown, guarded by Ryan Smith, and he does miss. Smith with it. He misses, and we're going to get a foul called on, looks like 11, Nick Hodge. That'll be his first foul. First one, no good. Braylon Beekman checking in for Cade Lice. Hopefully he scores here. As Toby Beekman always says, he likes me getting excited for Braylon. Second one, no good. Nick Hodge with the rebound. I think that's also a factor here for Southeastern. They've only made one free throw all night.
Bryce White needs to take his shirt off. His warm-up off. He's going to check in the game with that on.
Looks like Bryce White will probably check in
Number
for Hayden
20.
Ryan Smith.
Fouls on 20. 20 White.
That's his third.
They got one more down there. Well, they got two, Grant Havens and Jaden Muncie.
Landon Smith at the line.
First one's good. Hey, they're bringing the popcorn up here first, looks like.
Heck yeah.
Seen the lady with it. This kind of feels like VIP treatment.
That's right.
Second one looks like no good. And Brown gets the foul.
He's going back to the line.
We need to stop fouling here. I know it's all the young pups, but just learning mistakes for them also.
Man, she's bringing up a case of popcorn.
And some water, too.
And water.
Braylon Beekman with that foul.
Brown, first one, no good. Second one up, and it's good.
There you go.
I don't want it. You can have mine, Jimmy.
Who got that free throw?
Landon Brown, number 31.
Just 1 out of 2?
Yes.
And there's a steal.
Landon Brown with the steal. He's going to drive in. Bryce White gets a hand on it. Smith with the rebound. Misses. Bryce White with the rebound. Jog it up the court here for the Eagles. All the young pups are now in. Schaefer. Nick Hodge now with it.
Come on, big man. Put a 3 up.
Braylon Beekman. There we go. Can we see a bucket? Oh, that was close.
Braylon with those moves like Jagger getting in there.
Smith.
2 points for Landon Smith.
Eli Schaefer. He's going to walk up slowly for the Eagles. Take your time. You got the big lead here. Landon Smith's going to knock it out of bounds. Jaden Muncie's going to check in for Eli Schaefer.
Number 30, Jaden Muncie.
Tell you what, some of these young pups, they're pretty talented watching them in the JV games.
I watched some of them last year in junior high.
Jaden Muncie, he thought about that 3. Bryce White. Bryce White's going to shoot a 3.
Neighbors counted.
Bryce White.
I believe that's his first ever varsity points that I know of.
I believe so. Bryce White for 3. Oates with it, guarded by Bryce White. Pass down to Brown, and he gets fouled, I believe, by Trey Kelly. Nope, that's going to be on Nick Hodge.
I think that's Nick's second.
Yes.
Number 31, Brown.
Grant's getting ready to check in.
First one, no good. Second one, and it's good.
Swish. 48-28.
Jaden Muncie with the ball here. Guarded by Smith. Muncie is stumbling down there. He's asking for some help from somebody. Nick Hodge. He gets tipped out away by number 12. Grant Havens is going to check in for Trey Kelly. Grant Havens with that big jersey he has on from Cade Leist. I like to see a 3 from Grant Havens. He knocks down a good bit of 3s in the JV game. Jaden Muncie.
What a move.
That's his specialty right there. Landon Smith.
Coast to coast.
With the bucket for the Panthers. 48-30. Eagles are up. 1:20 here to go in the 4th. Jaden Muncie now passes to Braylon Beekman. Braylon Beekman looking around. I don't know. He kind of looks like he wants a 3 for himself. Smith's going to tip it out of bounds.
Braylon can knock them 3s down too.
He can. Trey Kelly's going to check in for Bryce White. Should be a big smile on Bryce White's face, knocking down a big 3 in his first ever varsity points here just a few moments ago. Grant Havens inbounds to Jaden Muncie. And there's a minute left. Braylon Beekman tipped away by Smith. Smith's going to go to the other end and for 2. Jaden Muncie jogging up the court here for the Eagles. Like to just see them just run it out. Pass to Grant Havens, guarded by Gabe Oates. Muncie now looking around. Going to waste some time. To Braylon Beekman. And that might just do it.
Yep, they're just going to hold it.
Yep. 15 seconds here. Braylon Beekman holds.
Okay, everyone, this is for the Southeastern Panthers.
Turn out the lights, the party's over.
What a great game tonight by the Eastern Eagles.
Yep.
48-32 is your final, folks. And we'll be right back.
All righty.
Cox Burkett Funeral Home in Beaver offers compassionate, dignified services when you need them most. We provide full burial and cremation options, pre-planning, and personalized memorials, all delivered with genuine care and local support for your family.
Looking to take your business to the next level? Diversion Technology in Piketon, Ohio is your hometown partner for innovative IT solutions, web development, and tech support. Call today or visit diversiontech.com, where local service meets big results. Looking for that old school sweet treat? Come on down to Emma's Frosty Cream in Beaver, Ohio. From soft serve cones to fresh baked pizza, Emma's is the hometown favorite. Emma's Frosty Cream. Visit today and cool down the right way.
Want to upgrade your ride with a cool design? Look no further than Graphic Creations on Beaver Pike. They're the only place in Southern Ohio to get custom car wraps, signs, and more from initial design to the final print. For more information, visit graphiccreationsonline.com. Graphic Creations. We wrap it, you rock it.
A special thanks to Henderson's Western Store for sponsoring our ground camera. Your support helps make all of this possible. Thank you, Henderson's.
Thank you to Neil Eist and family for supporting the Eastern Eagles. Need timber services in Southern Ohio? Thornsberry Forest Products in Beaver buys standing timber and timberland, plus offers custom sawing, firewood, and expert tree service. Call 740-222-0070 today.
At Rio, we believe your education should be personal, affordable, and full of possibilities. Here, you're part of a community that supports your success in the classroom and beyond. And now, there's even more to be a part of, with new traditions and new energy taking shape.
I want to invite you to see what's possible when you learn at a place where everyone knows your name and cares about your future. At Rio, it's all about you, your goals, your journey, and your success, and we can't wait to be a part of your story.
And now, a special thanks to Top Tier Customs for sponsoring our instant replay.
Locally owned and proud to serve Jackson, Ohio, Top Tier Customs offers expert car wraps, general maintenance, alignments, and much more. Call 740-577-0011 today. Top Tier Customs, the top shelf of vehicle uplifting.
You love your favorite pro football team. They have a history of being competitive and zealous while maintaining the utmost professionalism. So should your lawyer. John Pearson Clark is an aggressive and zealous attorney that is always looking out for the best interest of his clients while trying to secure a win. He has over 30 years experience and is licensed in all local courts, state of Ohio, federal court, and even the United States Supreme Court. Whether your legal issue is domestic related or a criminal law issue, call John Clark Law Offices today.
Football season is back, and there's no better place to gear up for game day than Sully's in the Valley, right in the heart of Beaver, Ohio. Whether you're fueling up before kickoff or celebrating a big win afterward, Sully's is your go-to spot for delicious food, refreshing drinks, and a family-friendly atmosphere. Tackle your hunger with mouth-watering pizzas, hearty sandwiches, and Perry's ice cream. Make your next game day even better. Swing by Sully's in the Valley, where great food and great fans come together.
Alrighty, welcome back. Your victorious Eastern Eagles now improve their record overall to 11-7 on the regular season, and the Southeastern Panthers fall to 7-14. Your scoring this evening, you're visiting Southeastern Panthers.
Thank you.
Thanks, Bob.
Number 1,
That was
Landon
a good
Smith
game.
had 7. Number
They
2,
played
Davis
pretty good
Wireman
job,
had 2. Number 3, Braden Burns has 4.
Yep.
Number 4, Gage Cheadle has 3. Number 11, Gabe Oates had 2. Brevin Strawsball, number 20, had 8. And Landon Brown, number 31, had 6. For your Eastern Eagles, number 3, Carson Peters had 3. Cade Leist had 2. Hayden Reinsmith had 2. Bryce White had 3. Aiden Warner had 10. Eric Manley had 11. And Boston Webb once again leads the way offensively for the Eastern Eagles with 17. It was all Eastern tonight as far as offense goes. They held a Southeastern team to only 32 points to the defense. was really locked in again, just like they were last night. Your quarter-by-quarter breakdown. Offensive weapons, like I said, first quarter we scored 14, they scored 4. The second, Southeastern started to make a run, guys. We scored 9, they scored 12. But in the second half, I think they had run out of gas. We scored 14 in the third, and they only scored 2 points, guys. In the fourth, back when we started pulling our starters, they started to kind of come alive offensively. They scored 14, and we scored 11. But unfortunately for the Southeastern Panthers, fortunately for our Eastern Eagles, too little, too late. What do you got for us, Ruckin' Raj?
Rebounds for the Eagles, 19 rebounds, 2-point field goals, 8, 3-point field goals, 8, free throws, 8, turnovers, 14. Rebounds for Southeastern, 23, 2-point field goals, 14. Free throws, they made 4, and turnovers, 21 to our 14.
And, you know, I say that 14 number is probably there at the end of the game with our young pups who are just trying to make their way.
Exactly.
You know, they're excited to be out there. They're going to make they're going to make mistakes. You had Southeastern, they still had some of their older kids So, you know, it was good for them. You know, you got to get them. Experience for them. You're playing older kids. But, I'd say that our starters, they kept their turnovers down pretty good.
Yeah, they did.
So, I mean, a great, well-matched, a great game by the Eastern Eagles. You know, it doesn't necessarily matter for the tournament draw. We're 5th. We're going to be 5th. That's where it will be. We should, like Coach Lice said last night, we're going to get home court advantage when we start tournament play. But now for these Eastern Eagles, we've got 3 games, guys, in the regular season. 2 of them are SOC2 games.
Yeah.
And the SOC2 right now is ripe for the taking, or at least at a minimum
a tie. We got to win out.
We have to win out.
Yeah, got to win out.
Like to get us at least see a tie, but you know, obviously we want to see another sole possession of SOC2 in that gold ball. All righty, we are awaiting the arrival of Coach Lice. I'm going to take a quick break. You are listening to Eastern Eagles basketball on Total Media Sports. Back in a couple minutes.
Your hometown Chevy is proud to bring you the hometown games and local coverage for Waverly, Western, Eastern, and Piketon. From classrooms to courts, fields to fairgrounds, we back the hometown heroes that make Southern Ohio shine. Hometown is driven by your success, and that means all-star service and our secret weapon, the Hometown Advantage. Free oil changes for life and a 10-year, 150,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. You're not just buying a vehicle, you're joining a winning team. Visit us in Waverly or start at yourhometownchevy.com.
Meet Jordan Thornsberry with Key Realty, a local realtor who knows our community and cares about helping families find the right home. Whether you're buying your first home or ready to sell, Jordan's here to guide you every step of the way. Call 740-835-1581 today.
Thank you to 8-Bit Buddy on 109 East 2nd Street, Waverly, Ohio for sponsoring the 3-Pointers.
Looking for quality auto parts that you can trust? Well, head to Bobst Auto Parts and Salvage, serving the community since 1978. From hard-to-find used parts to new components, Bobst has everything that you need to keep your ride running right.
All righty, welcome back. We are joined by Coach Lice. Coach, congratulations on this big non-conference win over a scrappy Southeastern team.
Thank you.
Getting the stat book there from your dad?
Yeah. Well, the biggest thing that stands out is just, we gave up 32 points. Our team this year is actually on pace to set a school record for points allowed average. Coming into tonight, I think we were at 47.6. The all-time record is like 46.8 or something like that. So we're actually, that's a big goal of ours. We're shooting for that. So tonight definitely helps that. We start out the game, we shot well again, just like we did last night, which is a big help. We were able to build a little bit of a lead. I think our legs started to get tired probably late in the second quarter, but we continued to guard. Eric picked up 2 early. We wanted to save him for the third so we could come out and kind of try to go on a little bit of a run in the third, which we did.
Yep.
But, Southeastern, I'll say this, they struggled to shoot the ball tonight. But I have to give them credit because, they held us under 50, and they're athletic. They play really hard defensively. They just at times struggle offensively. But I do think they played hard. It was nice to go against man-to-man again because we haven't played against a team that guards us man for a long time. We've seen a lot of zone lately. So we were able to work on some of that stuff. But overall, I'm just proud of our guys because we just told them, like, I wrote it on the board before the game, we just have to avoid a letdown tonight because these back-to-backs can be tough sometimes after a big, like, emotional win last night.
Yeah. Absolutely. So, yeah, you talked about that, and we've talked about it the last, couple weeks at Sully's. They're just playing good basketball, offensively, but defensively, you see the improvement each game and how, they held Southeastern to under 32, and you could see Southeastern could be scrappy and can be dangerous, and again, the defense just stepped it up again tonight. So, a great victory.
Yeah, I really like this group. Every team is different. This team is different than last year's team, but we also have some of the same guys. But I'm just really thankful for the opportunity. Like, I just thank God. Before these games, I just always pray. I'm just very thankful for the opportunity to work with these guys. It makes it fun. Coming in the gym today, going through shoot around, like, these guys are just fun to be around. They like each other. They love the game of basketball, and I'm just excited to see what we can do. Like, we figured out. I think the official bracket's going to come out tomorrow, but we know our seed today. As of today, we know what seed we are. We know who we're going to play. So I'm just excited to see. We have 2 very important league games left, which we're going to go all in for, try to win those, and then it's just see what we can do in the tournament.
Well, yeah, I think I saw it. You guys are 5th, and that's where you thought you were going to end up after the win last night, and. We'll know who you guys play tomorrow. So yeah, I'm excited for the rest of the season. The SOC too is still ripe for the taking.
It is. So like I said last night, I just think that for us, even after tonight's game, I just told him, like, go home and get some rest. We all need it. I'm exhausted after these back-to-backs, but we really got to go all in and just try to keep getting better every game. I thought we took another step forward tonight, especially defensively. Just keep taking steps forward regardless of the opponent and just really try to prepare because, I always just tell them 22 quizzes to prepare for a test, which is the tournament. Yeah. Really, that's the big thing for us that we're shooting for. So trying to get ready for that. But I'll let you guys talk to these boys here.
Oh, yeah, they're itching to get on there.
I appreciate you guys.
Thank you,
Congratulations.
Here, I'm going to give them, I'm going to give them my mic so you guys take it away. Benji, you can interview your buddies here. Boss.
All right.
Wait, what happened?
Boss.
I don't know.
Yeah, give Benji a hard time.
Oh, we're down.
Go ahead,
Alrighty, we are here with Boston Webb and Cade Lice. Fellas, congrats on the win this evening. And
thank you.
Just walk me through how you guys felt tonight, and especially after a big win last night against Simmons Valley.
Cade, you got it. Yeah, last night we were knocking down 3-pointers, all our shots. Came into the night, first quarter we're hot, and second quarter we were a little cold, but then we got it back after half and barbecue chicken from there.
Boston?
I don't know. It felt kind of good. We were shooting a lot of shots in the first quarter. We made a bunch of them. Our threes were falling, and we were just getting whatever we want. It kind of slowed down there for a little bit, but it was mainly our defense and rebounding that won us the game, though.
So, guys, let me ask you, after playing last night hard, you come back tonight, was you worried about, could you go through the whole game without being wore out?
Yeah, I was wore out by this first quarter. I mean, I was dead, but just got to push through it, and, yeah, just got to push through.
What about you, Boston?
Yeah, doubleheaders are always hard, but we find a way to just push through it and, fight through the adversity. But.
All right, guys, you got anything else for them?
No, nothing much.
Well, congratulations on your big win tonight, and we will see you guys next week against Western.
All right, thank you. Thanks for letting us come on.
All right.
Alrighty, that was Boston Webb and Cade Lice. And I heard Cade say he was wore out by the first quarter. You couldn't tell it.
No, you couldn't tell it.
Neither one of these boys, they look like they got a ton of energy. Yeah. Alrighty, guys, I got to get over to the junior high dance and work a little security tonight, at least for at least one couple. So any final thoughts before we go?
No, I'll just get ready for Monday when we go down the Valley when the girls take on the Valley Indians.
That's right. Yeah, we will be back Monday at Lucasville Valley at the girls' tournament. Hopefully they can get a big win against the Valley Indians.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, we're going to go ahead and send it to the house. So for Jimmy McCormick, Big Ben, Rock and Raj,
he's the madman.
We're all clear and out of here.